Hey guys, welcome back to Prison Architect, Season 2. This is Alpha 14. So quite a few updates since this last update. You can see some red flashing there. That's contraband is now introduced in the game. We've got see if I can find them. Guard dogs around somewhere here. There's a couple of them resting. Should be a couple of them on patrol. This guy here. What they're looking for is tunnels, something new that's been added to the game. And just to show you guys also, there's some contraband here. So these guys just found contraband on a prisoner, and I guess it's this guy, and they searched the cell to make sure there was no other contraband. There's a contraband button now. You can click on it, and what it'll do is this guy was found in possession with a mop, and you can actually trace it all the way back. Looks like it came in through deliveries. And then this one here, he got poison. I guess he stole it from the common room, and a screwdriver from the workshop. Pretty cool. A spoon from the kitchen. You can actually see the whole history. It was stolen, detected through the metal detector, and probably found by a dog. He probably walked past the dog. Oh no, the metal detector found it. Yeah, and it flags him, and the guards find him. I don't think we're going to be lucky enough to find any. I don't think we're going to be lucky enough to find any tunnels right now. But what I have doing is the guards go into these cells, the dogs, and they can sniff out tunnels. So then what you need to do is you go here, and you can call your workers over to remove the tunnel. So yeah, these guys can tunnel out. There's a lot of different mechanics to the game that they added to the people. You know, how they tunnel out and what they do when they tunnel out. It's actually pretty funny. And let me see here. I think the biggest thing that they changed that I like is the fact that you can now go in. Here's your prison. So when I first started out, I had an unsolved murder, and I had one serious injury, so they took money off of my evaluation. But the fact of the matter is, this prison is worth $390,000. You see this red button right here? Well, that's awesome. Because I started out making this prison with $10,000. It has taken me forever. And I just found now that there is a mod you could add for grants, where you can just it's a whole bunch of new grants basically, and you could start off building a prison with about $150,000. So I'm gonna I'm gonna show you guys that. I'm not gonna take advantage of it because the next prison I build, I'm gonna have $400,000 because you start off with 10, and I'm gonna get $390 for this prison. So I really should get this 47 grand that's in my balance, but I guess I don't get that. So that's pretty much it for this prison. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna sell it, and I'm gonna build another prison, and build it with you guys. I'll plan it out. I'll show you guys the blueprints before we start building, and then I'll go through each update, as they happen. I'll show you guys all the cool stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's been added. As a matter of fact, I think in the next couple of weeks there's another update coming out, so I'm going to try and get this done quickly so we can take advantage of the next update. So I'll be right back. Oh, let me sell the prison first. So you just hit sell, and you want to turn off fog of war. This is broken, by the way. You can turn it on and off all you want. You have to actually go into the save file and change one of the settings from true to false to actually turn off the fog of war. That's just a bug. It is still in alpha, even though there's been so many updates to it. The game is still in alpha, and there's a lot of stuff that still needs to be fixed. But we're going to do a medium prison, and we can start. So we just start off with a basic prison. Come on. There you go. Here's my landscape. Let me pause this right away. And prison I have in mind is probably going to fill up this entire thing. We're not going I'm gonna go. I know the last season I set a goal for 50 prisoners. I could do 75 this time, but it would really be too big. So I think I'm just gonna do 60. Maybe I'll do a mix of normal and normal and high risk prisoners. I think last time I did all low risk, so hopefully there'll be some more escapes. I can show you guys that stuff. Now, I'm hoping there isn't escapes. Hoping I can catch them escaping. The dogs move 3 times as fast as the prisoners when they escape, so it's pretty funny to watch the dogs chase them down. And once they tunnel out, I think they can. They also added what is it? They also added perimeter walls that are higher and actually go deeper and kind of prevents them from tunneling. It doesn't stop them completely, but it does make it less likely that they're gonna tunnel through a perimeter wall. So the way you design a prison now is completely changed. There's a lot of stuff that's been added to actually build a more secure prison, and a lot of the stuff they added just requires you to think a lot about. You have to try and think a couple steps ahead, and some of the stuff they added, depending on what you choose, will actually affect whether or not you have a successful prison. So I know it sounds like a lot, but I'm going to show you. We're going to start this. We're going to use this blank canvas here. We're going to build a pretty nice sized prison. Like I said, I'm hoping to use most of this space up. I'm going to surround the entire thing with a perimeter wall. We're going to use a good part of that 400 grand, I think. And the plan is to build the entire thing before we even let one prisoner in. That's the beauty of having 400 grand to start off with. And by the time that first prisoner walks in, we should have a perfectly set up prison. There's actually very little chance it's going to be perfect because there's no way of telling. But I'm going to try my best to build a prison that's successful. I was very successful with the last one, even though it took me forever. And I kind of did the whole thing by myself just to try and learn what these new updates were about and stuff. But this one I'm going to do with you, just you and me. We'll do it together, and I'll start in 2 seconds. All right, well, there it is. This is going to be the new prison. This is probably looking at it and going, man, what the heck? What is that? Well, what this is my vision for the prison. There's been some things that's been added to the planning tool, which is really nice. Gives me the ability to actually think this out the way I did. You still have your walls tool, they're basic. Those are walls right there. And what they added now is objects, which basically are these white tiles. So if you want to see kind of what I did here, this is going to be visitation. So I didn't do it with every outline. I just did it with the ones that I needed to know how the room is going to be laid out. These are visitation tables. So I'm just going to have 4 visitation tables. The visitation door will be here. The prisoners will enter here. The thought behind putting the walls like this, these little T sections, is to try and keep the prisoners from getting out here. Even though it won't matter, because they're still going to have to go over a fence. That's the first white line. A guard is going to be patrolling this pathway here, and then the second white line here is the perimeter wall. So it's not going to be easy to escape this prison. And the hope is that he'll come in here and the table should block him from going out, and the walls block him from going out. In reality, like I said, it is still alpha, and he just walks. They're probably just going to be able to walk right through here to get out. But I don't think that's going to be a problem, even if they do, as far as escaping goes. So, security room. These are going to be offices, and yeah. Oh, another thing, you can move the deliveries and garbage. The only thing I recommend if you guys do this is you keep your deliveries north of the garbage. For some reason, if you switch them around, the delivery trucks will just keep driving by. It's like they don't recognize. I can't confirm that as a bug for everyone, but it has happened to me a couple times. So deliveries north of garbage. You can now enclose them in walls. As you can see, the guys don't care. They're bringing everything in here. It's great. What's great about that is now your deliveries and your garbage area don't have to be outside the prison, so there's no reason for a prisoner ever to go outside the prison. So we're just going to have a kitchen and offices, holding cell, these big white areas of yards. Prison cells are going to hold 10 prisoners each. Another yard area, common rooms, kennels, solitary. I think I got everything covered, so this prison is going to be a lot of fun to build, especially that I can just do the entire thing now without having to worry about money and trying to do it with whatever they start you off with, 40, 50 grand, 30 grand, something like that in grants. So, oh yes, and also, just to show you guys, I don't know if I can do it, if they're here or not. Yes, they are here. So, this is what I was talking about. There's a mod out there. You can load it if you're just starting out in this game to help you out. Basically, you usually only start off with these 4 grants. I think it gives you 50 grand, and then you get more as you complete the grants. But if you can see all these grants here, just gives you so much more money to start off with. I think if you take advantage of every one of them, you can start off each build with 150 grand, which is awesome because it's a lot more fun building the prison first and then not having to worry about where your next dollar is coming from. Building a workshop that is going to make you money while you're trying to build and everything else. So I'm going to turn off the prisoner intake. We're going to start this build. This is going to be a lot of fun this season. This prison is going to be is going to look good when it's done, and hopefully it's going to be efficient, and we'll be able to go over each of the new aspects that have been added to the game. They really did add a lot, so hopefully I'll be able to get to all of it. And yeah, so episode 1 coming up soon. Take care, guys. Thanks again for watching.